Harry's wife. Shopping without Harry. We turn to the Mail Online, and Jill Ishkananian tells us Harry's wife picks up fresh flowers and samples some honey at the Monty Shit Show Farmers Market without Harry, and brings along beloved pet beagle instead, despite no dog policy. Well, there we are. Even in the headline, Harry's wife demonstrates her narcissist credentials as a consequence of exhibiting her sense of entitlement in bringing along her pooch. The fact that she doesn't show any accountability. No dogs. I'll bring my dog anyway. After all, I'm the marvellous Harry's wife, and I'm allowed to do what I want. Harry's wife apparently broke cover on Friday to check out her local farmer's market, days after her explosive Shitflix docuseries with Prince Harry failed to score any Emmy nominations. Thus, as I've explained to you in parts passim, she ends up wounded as a consequence of this failure to enable her to receive an Emmy nomination. She believes that she should receive it, and the failure to provide it wounds her. Thus, she will have nullified that threat to control by complaining about it to old Ginger Bollocks, who probably ran away to the chicken coop to avoid another tasering of his pink pods. And thereafter, she just happens to be photographed doing a bit of shopping, because after all, nobody shops like Harry's wife does. She just does it so much better than anybody else, doesn't she? The way that she holds her bag, the way that she pays for things, the way that she strolls along, carrying a bag that is conceivably bigger than any bag needs to be. Once again, dressed in beige, her colour that represents her personality, carrying a dog along, because at least the dog is obedient, unlike Harry, who these days is proving to be more difficult to control than he once was. Doesn't mean that he's out of control, it's just that he's perhaps straining at the leash a little more than he once did. The Duchess of Sussex was spotted stopping by the Monty Shit Show Farmers Market near the couple's $14.7 million mansion, but went without her husband. Now, what might one read into the fact that Harry wasn't with her? Well, it might be that he had to stay and wash the dishes. Or it might be that he was on scrubbing duties in the 27,000 flushing toilets. However, it may well be the fact that she continues to place him in a sustained devaluation, and where once upon a time she would want to, in the golden period or a respite golden period, show to the world, look at us two together. Look at all of us. We are, the pair of us, we're happy, we're delighted. Our idyllic lifestyle. Now, her narcissism doesn't include him. He's actually forgotten about in that instant. The 41-year-old was instead accompanied by her security detail and one of her beloved pet beagles, despite the market's rule prohibiting dogs. Wearing a white, unbuttoned collared shirt over a camel-coloured beige maxi dress, black flip-flops and sunglasses, the former actress went virtually undetected by locals, i.e., they don't give a shit about her. Not that she's undetected, they'll probably have recognised her and thought, buggered if I'm going to talk to her. Which, of course, is a problem for her as she wants people to acknowledge her. That's why she organises these photo shoots, so that they can be pumped out around the world to try and keep her relevant. She went from tent to tent, browsing various collections of goods. But again, just happening to be photographed, as, once again, it was set up. She picked up a bunch of fresh flowers, which she then stashed in a large woven straw tote, for her convenience, as she continued shopping. At one point, she also stopped to sample some honey from a vendor. While Harry's wife largely managed to fly under the radar during her trip to the market, she was friendly, facade management, and smiled politely at the handful of locals who did recognise her, as her security kept a watchful eye. What from? Nobody cares. The large bodyguard kept a safe distance from the Duchess and minded her pooch while she looked around the market. The couple owned 2 beagles, Guy, who had Harry's wife adopted while she was still acting in 2015, and Mamma Mia, stupid fucking name, who they rescued from an animal testing centre last summer. They also have a Labrador called Pula, and she also has a ginger poodle called Harry. But the former royal wasn't the only notable face checking out the farmer's market at the star-studded seaside town. No! Keith Hudson, the pastor father of Katy Perry, who grew up in Santa Barbara, was also spotted among the crowd shopping. Who? The farmer's market is held weekly in the community, rotating along 4 sections of the 1100 and 1200 blocks of Coast Village Road in the main retail sector of Monty Shit Show, according to the website. Daily Mail engaging in a bit of padding. Then goes on about saying that the Shitflix series was snubbed by Emmy, but they did get the Hollywood Critics Award nomination. See parts pass him. So Harry's wife manages to make it out and be photographed with a bodyguard lurking in the background. Look at me, I'm Harry's wife. Last time, it was a simple case of one of our jowls was missing as she went out and about shopping. This time, it's beige woman, but necessitating that she's photographed and, of course, that it is reported on. What do people below the line think? Outpouring of delight at seeing Harry's wife emerging from the shadows once again? Well, Sagaloo writes, typical Harry's wife, ignoring the rules and doing exactly what she wants. Scotney1969. This sums her up. Rules don't apply to her. It makes me laugh to see her with a security detail, as if anyone cares. Lee, oh my goodness, what are the chances that there just happened to be paparazzi? I wonder who called them before leaving home. Cloud999 seemed to leap to the defence of Harry's wife, saying these shots are clearly taken by a mobile phone, not a professional camera. Anyone can take pics and send them to that press for money, probably one of the vendors in this case. Jane Doe asks, why does she need security? JHR, the rules clearly don't apply to those who think they are someone. Now Lee, don't you know the rules don't ever apply to her? Ufa, but don't they know who I am? As if rules apply to me. Daisy poses the point, the children might have enjoyed a trip to the market too. Jab1962 agrees. Exactly. Our kids love to wander around the markets. Traveller abroad, don't be silly, then the camera wouldn't be focused on her. Mad Mags, of course there would happen to be a photographer while she is out shopping. Rocky Bird, yes, and perfectly dressed for the occasion, like she really buys flowers for the house. I guarantee she has a florist. This is all part of the marketing, the new Harry's wife. It's once again Harry's wife getting out there, reinventing herself, trying to appear as if she's normal, like you and many other people, that she enjoys a bit of shopping. Not causing any drama, but it's simple Harry's wife leading a simple life on her own, doing a bit of shopping. She's so relatable. But as the comments show, it just doesn't wash. She's gone too far in the past, and now people will always scorn her. I'm H.G. Tudor. Thank you for listening.